Hi and welcome to Croatia and the launch of the bike that's called the Yamaha MT-09 if you're in Europe or most of the world, or the FZ-09 if you're in the States. This fairly simple 847cc naked triple is massively important for Yamaha. It's the bike with which the firm is aiming to rebuild its reputation for sporty, exciting and competitively priced machines. The 12-valve liquid-cooled engine produces 113 horsepower, with strong torque through the range, and its cast aluminium frame and swing arm help give an equally competitive wet weight of 188 kilograms. That means it's slightly heavier than Triumph's Street Triple, but much lighter than Japanese 4s such as Kawasaki's Z800, Suzuki's GSR 750 and Yamaha's own FZ-08. The Yamaha feels slim and light too, and the seats low, quite narrow at the front, so manageable even for shorter riders. The small angular digital display is offset slightly to the right. The bars are raised, quite pulled back, giving an upright, fairly roomy riding position. The 3-cylinder motor is a fantastic power plant, designed for broad spread of torque more than for top-end power. The Yamaha accelerates pretty well from below 4,000 RPM, then it pulls harder through the mid-range, and it keeps going with a smooth rush of power towards the red line at 11,300. The engine's so flexible that you can change up early if you like, but the gearbox is really sweet, and the Yamaha is so smooth and rev happy that it's generally more fun to rev it through the gears. Top speed's about 140 miles an hour, and the nice thing about naked bikes, of course, is that they're fun even when you're not going that fast. There are 3 riding modes, selectable with a button on the right bar. On the startup you're in standard, then you've got the option of sportier A or softer B modes, both of which keep the 113 horsepower maximum but with differing throttle response from the ride-by-wire system. In standard or A, the response is a bit snatchy, snaps the bike forward, almost as though there's a bit of play in the transmission, so it makes for a slightly jerky ride in town. It doesn't aid control when you're getting on the power out of turns. B mode gives a smoother take-up, and of course you lose a bit of acceleration. The chassis follows the engine by being essentially sound, but not quite perfectly sorted. The basics are fine, the aluminium frame and swing arm are light and stiff, and the sporty geometry helps give responsive light handling. But in slower turns, the bike sometimes has a slightly nervous feel. I think the trouble is that the forks have a lot of travel, 137mm, and the damping can't keep it perfectly under control. At least you get good ride quality, and the rear shock is good enough. The seat's thin, not particularly comfortable, but it's fine for a few hours riding. Although the fuel tank is small, it's only 14 litres, the engine's good for 50 miles to the gallon, so you should get a reasonable range of about 125 miles. Most other chassis bits work well, including the brakes. You get twin front discs and 4-piston radial monoblock calipers, so there's plenty of bite, if not quite as much feel as some systems. There is an ABS option in most markets, which is recommended. You obviously pay a bit extra, but one of the best things about this bike is that it's very competitively priced, unlike so many recent Yamahas. If you want to spend a bit more money, you can choose from a long list of accessories, ranging from a fly screen or a Krakovich pipe. There's also a comfort seat, hard luggage or electrical socket, so you can even turn this naked hooligan bike into a passably practical all-rounder. But the great thing about this bike is how exciting it is to ride. Those fueling and suspension teething troubles mean it doesn't quite live up to its outstanding power and weight statistics, but it's still a fantastic effort, the best naked bike to come out of Japan for a long time. It's quick, light and really fun to ride, and it's leading an impressive comeback by Yamaha.